Is your character not as agile as you would like?
Karluk looks at Euphemia and says, I really wish he would have missed, and then just falls over.
Is DM's grace in short supply?
Oh, and the candles go out
Yeah.
on the Minotaur's horns.
Is compassion not your character's strong suit?
Minotaur more like beef or more like cannibalism? I'm asking for a friend.
Is persuasion your dump stat?
Be prepared for a caster. These do not move on their own.
There's no caster here.
Listen long enough, and you too might learn how to roleplay 8 Charisma.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another Roleplay 8 Charisma. It is time now for the summary of last session, and that usually goes to the player who took the most damage. And Joe, I think, sadly, you took a lot of damage last session.
Is it sad? Is it sad? He always is the most dangerous, and our bear wolf spider tank has been doing so much. I feel like it's Ulrich's turn.
I really feel like Thalric really should have been taking the damage. My problem is I made the mistake of getting in the way of the weapons coming for him. But seeing I have done that, I will start this off by my normal introduction for the beginning. It is the year of our Lord Moradin, the Soul Forger, in 1339. It is written in the halls of the clan Rockasika, the history of the Frostbeard family. This is the story of the exploits in and around the town of Fanlin, and apparently where we've gone to now, recorded by the exalted Dane, Ulrich Frostbeard. This excerpt is read to enlighten those who wish to learn more of the evils crushed by the humble servants of Moradin. Volume 9, page 311, The Vile Crack. As we started the actual attack, we discovered, and I believe it was, unless I'm mistaken, it was, I hate to say it, our mage discovered how to banish these flaming skulls that were in there by calling upon some lesser deity to bless some water and get rid of them, and just get rid of the flame. We were attacked by bugbears around the corner.
I believe only one was done so. The other one is filled out.
That's right. Well, it was a lesser deity. You can't do two with a lesser deity.
Right.
And then we had come together. I had tried to lock my brother in a room, but forgot to put the lock in, and he had pawed his way out of a side passage. We then came out to find out that we had that our great bard, I believe, had the zoomies and discovered some more bugbears coming around a corner. Preparing for such, we lined up to do battle against them in this forge room. As we were whoosh, some of us were blinking in and out. Luckily, this stalwart paladin never failed his constitution save. At least I don't remember doing it, so that's how I remember it. Everybody else did. We lined up, and then the bugbears lined up with 2 bugbears and a bugbear chieftain with a bow, which I'm going to refer to as the dwarf killing oath bow. Because even with my awesome armor class and dodging, he managed to thump me with an arrow. I did manage to cry halfway through the battle, "For Morden and the Dwarven," as I went down.
For the record,
yes,
every time Ulrich goes from dodging to not dodging, he becomes Dwarven street pizza.
I do take a lot of damage if I don't dodge. True on that one. Shadeen hit around the rocks, shooting them and doing some decent damage. And he brought out a little baby snake, which managed to do some damage to, I believe it was Pyrrhic, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Who got hit by the
snake? Just for the record, consent is sexy, and nobody sticks their snake on me until I say yes.
I think it was Karluk.
I believe if it did attack Pyrrhic, he wouldn't remember it anyway because he's not sure who he was last time.
What? I am very clear who I am in the plural.
Refresh my memory. I do remember it was Karluk that on the edge of his seat took a little bit of damage. However, I do remember 2 things. Is that I will tell you that the flaming horse known as the Nightmare came to our rescue.
Oh yeah,
and that was Karluk. And I forget, maybe somebody else helped defeat the actual bugbear captain. And the last thing I remember is my lips being parted open and being rescued by the sweet Euphemia. I believe
that's very nice. But you forgot who put down the snake. And if anybody's qualified to do that, it's Pyric.
That's right.
I warmed it up for you.
The snake was defeated. The goblins were defeated, and their way for their escape for the goblins was, and we heard some noise of a wagon or something being dragged out too. So, and it's gotten very cold in here. I believe it's dropped to a frostier temperature of a chilly temperature.
Is Russ, is this hobgoblin with the ornate bow? Is he down?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he is. So, yes, good job, Joe. Take a point of inspiration for an excellent summary. And indeed, Joe hit on all the major points. One other point, though, Karluk, I believe, also went down. So actually, 2 members of the party were down at once. It was a very tough battle, but finally, you did manage to slay the bugbear with the archer bugbear with the ornate bow. There was some whispering going on between the bugbear and the bow and back when it was shooting, and the arrows did seem to have preternatural accuracy. A couple of things Joe hinted at that I want to just kind of remind everyone of. One, yes, after the cave started rumbling, which was actually 2 sessions ago that started, and then last session it kind of came to a crescendo of rumbling, you all started noticing that the lights were flickering, or was it the walls that were flickering, or the whole darn place was flickering. And then indeed some of you started flickering, and then when those of you failed your Constitution save were kind of gone for a moment, you were in some alternate place where you could see just like sky full of stars, like in the middle of a country field at night, just countless stars above you. And then last, it felt like it was unclear. The folks that that didn't disappear, it looked like you were there and back in like moments. But to you, it kind of felt like it may have been a little longer for those of you who went away. But then also, as you were fighting and fighting for your very survival in some cases, you did hear from the left. So right now, the top of this corner here, you're sort of been battling in the north of this forge room where the flying, flaming skulls were. One of those has been vanquished, apparently, by some kind of holy ritual. But to your left, there's this little bit of a chasm, a little river running through it. And to the north of that, you could hear there was also some giant spiders spotted down there briefly by some of the party members, quite a few of them. And then you heard this sort of loud banging noise, like great doors opening, the sound of horses and maybe a cart moving, and then also just the feeling of cold, like someone just left the front door open in sub-zero temperatures, and the house was a nice balmy temperature just moments ago. And the whole place is starting to feel like it's getting a little cooler. And there actually is a pretty strong breeze coming from the left there from the left-hand side, most wolfward, I would say, because Starluck is in wolf form. Also, you're just sort of like, you have that end of adrenaline moment where the last visible enemy falls. You are all just pretty much tapped. I think you all feel just super tired, not technically exhausted from the D&D term, but you are definitely running low on spells, dailies, hit points, pretty much just feeling like this has been a heck of a slog. And you feel pretty good about having defeated these guys, although there is this feeling of something else is still going on just around the corner. And since we're not right now in initiative mode, who would like to do what?
Someone save our dear bard.
I'm going to get up and go over to, I believe this is our dear bard right here. Yes, that's our dear bard. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to lay on hands for our dear bard for 5 hit points.
I'm also going to go up with Ulrich and check on Cowlick, making sure that he's okay.
Cowlick's eyes blink open.
I'm awake.
I have 2 things I would like to attempt there, Russ. Is it okay for me to make these suggestions?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so I want to command Moody back to myself and see if Moody will devour the second skull, as he is an infernal creature and he can take it back to where Moody is from.
Oh, like actually eat the skull.
Like devour its infernal essence, if that is something tasty to him. But he can tell me if it's not. Again, consent is sexy. I'm not going to make him do something he didn't want to do. He obviously wanted to crush the skulls of those bugbears. He is akin to our dear Minibard in that same way.
Euphemia has a suggestion for Pyric. Maybe you can make the skull smell and look like an apple.
I think Moody likes Adam's apples now rather than tree apples.
Oh, okay.
But that's a great suggestion. Food's always the answer.
Yes,
After Pyric does all that, and after Cal looks okay, Euphemia will check out the bow.
Russ, is there any light from up here?
No, there isn't, which is interesting. There is, a couple things going on here. So first, the Moody, for those who are just joining us, is a wondrous figurine, which normally looks like a little shiny black obsidian statue of a horse. And for the first time this campaign, Pyric has used it, and it transforms into this massive flaming nightmare creature of a stallion. Anyway, so Moody, you're going to try to have it eat a skull. Now, Moody is quite large, but it is the size of a human skull, and it does seem hard to break. But let's try this. Why don't you go ahead and make a Constitution check for Moody there?
Oh, I don't know what Moody's Constitution is. Does it say on the figure?
Oh, we can look him up.
Was this the one that was smashed in 4 pieces already?
Yes, this is the one that was smashed in 4 pieces already.
Yeah, this one's in 4 pieces. So
you're welcome.
It's just a matter of the size ratio is okay. Moody's Constitution is 16, so it's +3. So yes, why don't we go ahead and make a Constitution save and see if he can scarf down this otherwise normally not something he would eat, but you are giving him an order, so.
No, I'm giving him a suggestion. Moody's my friend. If he likes it and it's like candy, he can just scarf that down. He got a 17.
Skull. It's a flaming skull. He's a flaming horse. I mean, I feel like if he rolls high enough, I'm going to give it DC 18 because it's not really the kind of thing that horses would normally eat. So what'd you get?
I got 14 plus whatever bonuses we got for various reasons.
He's +3, so you got a 17. So Moody tries to choke down a piece, but can't quite do it and coughs it back up.
All right. Then, okay, he doesn't like it, but I wanted to see if he might like things. He's allowed to have nice things.
It's not a bad question.
It's like a sugar cube.
Rafe, you had questions about the bow, correct?
Yes, I'd like to examine the bow using my investigation skills, using the checking out the arrows, and if Pyric or Ulrich could assist me. I mean, I don't have any arcane or religious powers. I don't want to touch a cursed bugbear's bow.
I will help you. I will assist you.
Can somebody take care of the skull before it reanimates?
Oh, you want me to do that?
Yeah, I can try. But I currently have an infernal horse that I don't want to mix I don't want to cross my streams, as it were.
Let's let everybody finish one action before we go to the next person. So Euphemia is checking out this bow. So Euphemia, why don't you make an investigation check there? That's what you do.
Here we go. Couldn't read for a minute there. Not too much. Looks like a 12.
I didn't do too well. Euphemia, do you speak Goblin?
No.
So you see. I'll show you what the bow looks like, and you see the letters that are at the top of the screen, but you can't get to the translation of it. But that's what it looks like. So everybody can see that, and it's a very ornate bow. And it has some very ornate carvings on it, along with some letters in Goblin on it. And the letters are Drar Holkarin. And
luckily, I know somebody who speaks Goblin.
Yes. So if you were to show it to someone who speaks Goblin, which I know there's several in the party, they would translate that for you as Death Bow.
Death Bow. Is it a short bow or a long bow?
It is a short bow.
All right. Woohoo! I'm going to give it to Thralleric to use in bear form. No, just kidding. I'm going to pick it up And then examine and see if it thrums or moves around or pierces my brain and hurts it, or.
It doesn't say anything to you or do anything as you pick it up. You get the feeling, I mean, you know enough about magic items to know that most require some kind of attunement.
Yeah.
And you get the feeling this one might not be an exception to that rule.
So I'll ask.
You won't probably know more unless you have an identified spell that you rolled really well.
Is Pyric like way behind me? Are you way behind me, Pyric?
Oh, you can see me where I am.
All right.
I speak Goblin. I'm right next to you.
Yes, I was going to have you translate it for me, Ulrich, but I was going to ask Pyric. I don't really know the ways of getting familiar with the magic item, and I'm a little concerned that this foul creature in this bow looks kind of dark and sinister. How do I know it's not going to hurt me?
And he's just a frozen caveman lawyer.
Craig, take a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
Morden can uncorrupt the corrupted. Especially if it's magic.
Since Ulrich cannot see me where he's standing, but you can see me, and I know you're very perceptive, Euphemia, I go like this.
All right. Well, I'll ask Ulrich. I mean, since he's there, I'll ask him to help me translate it and maybe cleanse it with a prayer of Moradin.
I will happily. Well, first, let everybody get their action in first before we move on to the next one. But
okay.
I will happily.
So there's Euphemia. Ulrich, what are you going to do? You mentioned you were going to try to take care of the skull, but now you're thinking about looking at the skull.
So I healed. So we healed Karlik. Karlik's up. That was my first action, and that was assisting Euphemia. And then once I'm done with that, I'll go to the skull. But I want everybody else to get something in before I.
Fair enough. Let's do Shadeen. Shadeen, what are you doing? You're way in the back down there. What are you doing?
Well, clearly the skulls are not my area of expertise, as they broke my axe, which one, two, three, four, five, six.
You guys had some of the worst luck last session. It was just terrible.
And I'm gonna go up over here with my wolf buddy and just see what there is to see. Is that a cliff in front of us?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a. So, Craig, I'll give you the description.
Yeah, I don't have a very good luck with cliffs lately either. I'm very shy right now.
So you're seeing
I'm feeling that the universe is out to get me, don't you know?
Yes.
I'm not feeling the favored son vibes.
You did get a message from the universe not too long ago, actually. To make sure you reread that if you.
Oh, I remember.
All right, excellent.
And the answer was yes. An emphatic yes.
Right,
am I what?
You did attune to that thing, right?
I said yes, and thrice yes, Russ, which is for those that are keeping track at home, that's 5 yeses.
Which is good because unlike everyone else who's starting to get a little bit of shiver here because there's this wind blowing through, you're like, what are you guys talking about? It's like lovely here. It's like
it's the fire of the dragon in me blood, boys.
That's what it is. So ahead of you, just to remind everyone what this room looks like, there's this wide rift right from where the end of this corridor ends. Looks like once upon a time there was not this rift here, but it is now. And there's a stream sort of dropping down the other side of the rift, and then it looks like it's flowing to the north, which is the same direction, interestingly, that the cold air seems to be coming from. And there's several ropes.
Are you referring to the balmy breeze?
But for you, yes.
I don't feel any cold air. I'm just asking.
Yeah, it must be time for flowers. And across the way there, you can see these ropes that are been staked to the top of the cliff and hanging down. There's also a little like winch pulley situation and a little like a wooden like a makeshift elevator situation that could haul like something heavy up and down the cliff across the way there. And that's all you see right now. And make a perception check there, Shadeen.
Oh, prepare to be perceived.
Yeah, let's see it.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I can read the top row of letters.
No, you're not seeing anything there, but you're pretty sure your ears are on this cold yet warm breeze you're feeling. You feel like you're picking up sounds of like growling, roaring, fighting. Something on the wind is coming in from the front.
I look over to the wolf and I ask him if he's hungry. Is that your stomach?
All right, excellent shooting. Next on the list, Euphemia's already gone. Pyric, you went. Balric, what are you doing, buddy?
You can get rid of my wolf. I'm gonna change back into a dwarf as a bonus action.
I'll just move him over here. Put him in the GM.
I'm assuming it was his stomach.
And then I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace off of the staff.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm going to can I just slide down this little incline here?
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be hard to slide down, but to do it with grace and style would require.
Well, I'm going to do it with grace, style, and stealth.
Okay. Let's see how you do.
You want me to acrobat down there?
Yeah, why don't you
want me to acrobat down there?
Stealth check. Yeah, and your stealth check has advantage because of the staff.
My stealth check has a +10, not advantage.
Oh, that's even better. I forgot.
So my stealth is going to be that was going to be awesome, but it's a 15 with the +10.
I feel your pain.
So not great, but and then I will my slide down there is a 12, so whatever that gets me.
Okay. Well, it's not graceful or particularly stealthy, but you do make it down to the bottom of the.
All right, and then I'm just going to look around here and see if I can see anything noteworthy or see where that. Well, do I hear the growling?
You will make a perception check, and you don't have the hearing bonuses because you're not in wolf mode anymore. Ooh, yeah.
23. You don't need no wolf ears.
Yeah, no. You okay? So for you, it's a little more clear. You actually recognize some of the sounds of this combat. So it sounds like, being a druid of no small water, it sounds like this is the kind of combat that happens between creatures. And it sounds like, and one of the creatures particularly well, this, and this sort of like, it's definitely spiders involved in this combat. And then something else, judging from the guttural roaring and growling, something big and something, it's weird. It's got a very vibe of a natural sound, but it's not a natural sound that really makes a lot of sense. It's like close to nature, but it doesn't feel like it is nature, and it's really freaking your druidness out.
I'm just gonna I will stage whisper up the mountain. I think the Shadow Child left, but I'm like, Shadow Child. I'm like, Shadow Child. There appears to be another combat up. Is that coming from the north up here?
Yes. John, do you see the wooden stuff on top of the?
I do see the wooden stuff. Yes.
Okay, so you're actually seeing what you see now. Looking there, I didn't realize you that far forward. You're seeing that on top of the river, there's been this makeshift sort of platform or bridge built over it, and there's these two massive wooden doors at the end of this long platform.
Oh,
the wooden
and
doors
are
now
they
stand
open?
No, they're open. The wooden doors now stand open, and beyond these doors, daylight is coming through, along with large piles of snow and pretty gusty winds, and you're looking out at a snow-covered
out of the
landscape.
southwest.
Out of the north.
Right, well, that's what.
Potato.
So that's what I did then, Russ, and I whispered that back up the mountainside there, but for what it was worth. And I'm just crouching down here, surveying, so I'm good.
And now it's Karlik's turn. Karlik, you've just been reinvigorated.
Does the that spell you cast, John, does that work in a radius for the bonus?
It is. It's a 30-foot rate, as long as you're within 30 feet. So you're just in range.
Oh, perfect. All right. Karluk is actually fairly naturally stealthy, which, I'm sure all of you would assume.
It's a natural trait for the bovine.
Yes, natural trait for the bovine. And, he's also prone to zoomies. And I actually do have the spell Healing Word, which I realized later on. I've got a slot left. I'm going to cast that as a bonus action. So that will be D4 +1.
All right.
Here we go.
Nice.
4, I'll take
5.
it.
Look at that. Maximum.
5, yeah,
Every
right.
little bit helps.
There we go. 10. All right, still bloodied. All right. And then I will try to slide down here quietly and join Thrall.
Right.
Stealth check.
Okay. Yeah, make that stealth check. You are +10. And an acrobatics check also for how gracefully you get down the hill there.
All righty. Stealth +10.
29.
29. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so stealth, like, Karluk's like silent.
Well, where the heck did Karluk go?
Bull.
And 16 for acrobatics.
Love it.
Karluk's
that look easy.
Yeah, Karluk's everything I wanted to be.
That's right. That's
with horns.
The good news is I didn't see him be so cool because he was so stealthy.
That's right. And
I just woke up.
Disappears over the edge of the hill, and he's gone. Go ahead.
Not trying to
Anything
impress.
Else, Karluk? What else you know?
I'm going to then attempt to perceive.
Oh yes. Now, Karluk, as you start to, you did pretty good.
19.
All right.
Same
so
information that
very well.
Thrall got, or
pretty much. But as you peer out, because you can see out the doors there, you think you see like a little billow of some kind of like condensed frost shooting up a little bit, just over like if the opening is there and there's this rolling hill going down a little bit, you can just see over the rolling hill. You can't see who's fighting or what's fighting, what's happening, but it's like this little, or not little, but this cone of frost is like shoots up over the edge of the hill, and it's kind of far away, but it's you could make out something happening, and it's shooting in the wrong direction to be snow falling. It's like shooting up.
I didn't think we were lost, but I believe there's some frost up ahead. It didn't quite land. He's still winded from being knocked out. Otherwise, it would have been great.
I liked it.
Didn't really scan.
Yeah, no.
Really.
Thrall gives you his unamused look.
All right. Okay. Nice. Everybody's got a pretty good thing going on here. We've all heard some noises going on down there. Let's go back to the top of the list here. Ulrich, what are you going to do now?
So there's nothing else before I walk away from this goblin king or whatever he is, prince or dead corpse guy. Nothing else.
Bugbear?
Nothing else. He bugbear king. Well, there's nothing else that stands out to me, like plate mail, magic axe, hammer. All right.
He's wearing like really nice leathers and some chain.
Leathers. That's for sissies. All right. 1, 2.
Did somebody call me?
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as I can make it. He goes, bring that skull over here. Let's see if we can banish this thing. That's a double move to get there in that kind of mode.
All right.
And I will attempt, seeing before I went down, I had seen a lesser god try and remove this, get rid of the other skull. I'm going to call upon a greater deity, the greatest deity of deities, Moradin, to remove the stain of undead. And actually, I'm going to use a divine sense. Is it undead?
It is undead. Yes, it's very undead.
Okay, so I'm going to use my divine sense.
I know you're doing your Moradin thing there, Ulrich, but it needs holy water. It's blessed waters that extinguish the flames of the skulls. Just just a little. I know you haven't bathed in a while, and maybe it's ale for Moradin, but yeah, just a little FYI. Just had a problem with your detective work there.
All right, so how does one make holy water? Does it consecrate the spell?
Yes, normally.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
But I'll give points for creativity.
Yeah, I got creative.
I don't have. Actually, I have a water skin. So I'm going to take the water skin, and I'm going to bring up my Morden's, my little holy hand symbol over it, and by the power of Grayskull, by the power of the halls of the Morden Lord, great Morden, greatest of all deities, bless this water and dispatch this evil back to where it came from, the undead lair and the foul filth of the 9 hells, and attempt to bless the water and then place it upon the skull. Like,
use that inspiration there. Make that happen.
Yeah. What should I use for that?
How about the cleric equivalent of, I think, religion feels right.
That's not a paladin equivalent. Persuasion would be a paladin equivalent.
That's not. You're not persuading.
Persuade the water to be holy.
Persuading my God to do something out of the ordinary.
Ritual.
Yeah, and Mormon's not about blessing or healing or anything. That doesn't make any sense.
You're not really,
he's about murder hobos.
He is the
dwarf god of murder hobos.
Why don't you try casting bless on them?
Oh yeah, I'll use a bless spell. You know what? I will use a bless spell.
Would definitely work.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'll cast my bless spell on it. And
I don't know how you make holy water. I'm trying to figure out.
Actually, the bless requires a sprinkle of holy water. So let's pretend that I have some in my component pouch.
Actually, well, if you have the components, you would have some.
So I sprinkle the holy water on it.
Oh, we got there. That's what's important there. We got there.
And there we are. And yes, as you sprinkle this holy water that you happen to be carrying about with you, the skull does in fact start to glow less. The bits start to glow less and less until you're feeling pretty good that they are no longer in any danger of reanimating.
All right.
Nice job.
By the greater power, and I looked at him and goes, "That's how greater gods do it." And I give him a fist bump. Yeah, you're ruining my thing.
All right, excellent.
All right, that's it. I'm done.
All right, Euphemia, you're standing right. So let's just keep. I'm actually at that. Janine, I'm just going in order my little list here. Janine, what are you going to do?
Okay, ready? I think you're all ready. I am going to do a triple barrel roll with a half kick and land in a superhero landing right here with acrobatics, with advantage, with inspiration.
Are you Spider-Manning or are you Iron Manning?
Oh, I'm Iron Manning.
I love it.
Oh, that is going to be loud.
All right. Oh, 19.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take the 24.
Great.
Let me get rid of the inspiration. Well worth it. I land right next to my little dwarven friend and I say, "Are you sure that's not your stomach?"
Pretty sure.
And I'm stealthy. As I do it, I'm a stealthy Iron Man dragonborn.
Although I'm pretty sure I could eat a whole cow. Oh, Karlek, sorry about that.
How about that's a 26, correct?
For stealth, yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
You are also
boom.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna kind of walk over here. Oh, look at all that wood! I heard someone down here had a lot of wood. And
so there's I already described it, but yes, there's that flank situation.
Oh, you don't have to describe it to me. I see it right there.
It's right there, and the wind, those doors are wide open, and the wind is just blowing right through. And it's interesting because it looks bitter cold.
It's a refreshing breeze.
In fact, your friends just behind you look to be like actually just a little bit. It's actually starting to get actively cold in here now. You can see that it's like should be bitter cold wind, and you're just like, oh, this is fine. I'm good. This is great. It's also very bright out there.
I look down to Thrall, and again I say, "Are you sure there's nothing wrong with your stomach? There's like steam coming out of your mouth." That's me. I'm ready. I've got just for the fun of it, I've got an Eldritch Blast in my pocket, and I'm waiting for someone to be happy to see me.
All right. Ulrich, do you want to respond to that question about your stomach?
I've already responded to it twice.
That was Dalric.
Euphemia, what are you going to do now?
No, it's me, Russ. You skipped me.
Sorry. I did skip you, Pirate. You're after Euphemia on my list, though, so sorry. Pirate, go. What do you got?
I have to go too.
Yeah, no, Euphemia, you want to wait on me. Okay.
All right, you're gonna go first, Pirate?
Yeah, let me
All right, go ahead.
So I jump on Moody's back and order him aloft. And believe it or not, we are walking on air. I have never felt so free. And as
going away with a wing and a prayer.
Don't steal my thunder there. And I move at 90 when we're flying. And as I go, I scoop up Euphemia to put it on the back of Moody as we go by. So that's a lot of squares. How many squares is that?
Okay.
18
So
squares.
where are you going to be? Where are you going?
we're going to be flying. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot.
That's 55 to there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's when we grab them.
Yeah. Are you doing this on the run? So Euphemia's got to jump on the horse as you're flying.
Yeah, well, she's dexterous. I reach out my hand.
All right. Euphemia, make a. Are you agreeing to this, Euphemia? Are you going to do this?
Of course she is.
Well, that's kind of interesting. We're doing one of those things where we had two different ideas, but I'm going to go with it. Russ, this is what I'd like to do. Assuming this all doesn't happen spontaneously. I was going to look at the bugbear to see if I could get any intel, any pouches, any missives, any letters, any intelligence. So what I'm now envisioning is I'm beginning to just take my time. Maybe if I'm successful, I'll roll randomly on a pouch or something before a pirate's like, Euphemia, and then his hands out and she'll grab it and hop on. So it was a hasty search.
Right,
so what do you want me to roll?
I need you to make a dexterity check or an acrobatics check to get on the horse gracefully. And then I also need you to make you have an advantage with this because I assume Pirate's trying to help you by holding his hand.
I am.
All right.
Yes. So you get advantage. And then, so there you go. So you rolled well. You got a 15 natural, and then I'm sure there's some bonuses there. So you easily make it onto the back of a horse. And then also, why don't you go ahead and do a quick dex check to see if you could grab something off the bugbear.
You want me to do dex or investigation? You'll just assume there's something to grab.
Investigation's good. Investigation's good. Either one.
Slow rolls today. Looks like
18. Investigation's an 18. Yeah, you do grab a small pouch with 20 gold in it.
Oh, 20 gold. No, like.
We're still in my mid-action, just so you know.
Yes.
No letters
So
that describe the black spider or anything.
Yes. And no, not that. And now you end up wherever the horse is going.
All right, go ahead, Pirate.
Okay. Who could it be, Euphemia? Believe it or not, it's just us. Okay, so that's 12, 13, 14, 15. We're staying above the crowd. Do you get advantages in 5e for being above targets? 16.
If you're fighting Anakin Skywalker, you always
only if you have a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I can. For some reason, my Moody will not show me extra light. He also gives off light.
Or sun sword.
Yeah, we need to. What's his radius? I can fix it. What's his radius?
10 feet.
Like that.
Also, I have a question about Moody. Are you ready? Uh-oh. Did I lose everybody?
Oh, we lost Russ's sound.
I'm here. Oh, am I gone?
Oh, he's there. Okay.
I hear him.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, no, I can hear you now.
No,
all right. So under the figurine, it says will only attack in defense. And also it says will obey commands. So we interpreted that is it doesn't go looking for trouble, but if I tell it to go attack something, it does.
Yeah, so it's like so I have the situation going on in John's campaign. So if you want to give up an action, Rick, you can command the nightmare to attack.
Great.
But you can't have him attack as a bonus action like a ranger can. So some of the classes have the ability, have the skill so that they can have an animal attack as a bonus action, so they can still attack themselves. So for you, because you don't have that skill, you could choose to have the nightmare attack in your stead, as you can give an order, or you can ignore the nightmare and he'll defend himself, but he won't actively go after anybody. And you can do your own thing like cast spells. Does that make sense?
Okay. So
That's a good
if
way
he
to
gets himself, if I order him to go get himself in trouble and they attack back, where does that fall?
Yeah, if they attack him, he'll attack himself, but he won't look across the room, see a bad guy, and go charge him without you giving an order.
Okay, so making him charge and get him to melee would be my action, but him already in melee, he's just going to continue.
If someone has attacked him.
If they have attacked him. That's good. It's important when you have semi-demonic. It's very important when you have semi-demonic creatures to understand the rules of how they work.
Yes. These demonic creatures, they always looking for loopholes, quite frankly.
They're always looking. And I am on board with this loophole generating system. All right. What can we see from this lofty, elevated height? And that was only 18 movement. Do I get another 18 or is that everything?
You moved 50 already to get there, right?
That's my full 18 squares. That's my full 18
You have another 18 if you want. So here's what you're seeing now. So across the way of this room, as you're hovering over the chasm, this direction I'm pinging, you can see a staircase up. Down to the south, you can see a staircase up. Southwest. In the very south is a dead end. There's also that river coming out of sort of a gap in the wall there. And then to the north, directly north, you see those planks, and you're a little higher, so you can see a little bit better what's going on. There's make a perception check there, Pyric.
Okay, let's do that. Perception. I like to perceive things. This is my song that I roll when I don't know where my stuff is. Hey, did it.
16 is solid. So you see several things. You see that there is snow immediately outside of these two open doors. And in the snow, you see tracks. There are a variety of tracks. 16 from this distance, it's a little hard to make out. You'd have to probably go investigate it. But from this distance, you can at least make out a couple of ruts, like from wagon wheels or cart wheels. And lots of just like prints, but not necessarily footprint-shaped prints. And so you see that going on there. And then because you're a little bit higher, but the angle's still tough, you can just make out movement. And you see what looks like a giant spider in the distance rear up. And then you see this big sort of blue-white fist try to come down on the spider. And that's all you can really make out from this distance.
Okay, I point in that direction for Euphemia, and then I'm done with my turn.
All right. Okay, that was Euphemia and Pyric. Ulrich, we're back to you again.
All right. I have a bad feeling that they've towed the magic anvil out of here. I'm going to go up hear us and check for what the signs tell me. I'll use my survival skill.
All right,
you mean the tracks of the creatures that are just over there?
No. For your, you city dweller elves, this would just be tracks, but I'm actually trying to figure out what the weight on the cart was that they took out, and if it would support a dwarven anvil of magical power.
The one that's right there?
We can't see the anvil, right?
We can see people fighting.
Yeah, but we can't see the cart. We can't see the anvil.
No, it's correct. Right. Correct. You've not seen a cart or anvil.
What does a 17 tell me?
Well, interesting question. So you actually notice that the wooden boards are cracked.
Wait.
Like something
First, let's go back where you said interesting question and make Seppi note that.
Why is that an interesting question? Because now he doesn't care about fighting?
Go ahead. Now start again with the interesting question.
Yeah,
I just want that on the record.
Interesting. No, there was an interesting question asked. So on the wooden boards there's a lot of cracking, like something very heavy. In fact, the boards are bowing slightly where you presume that roll, the wheels of the wagon might have been. Also, that 17, as you look into snow, you can see that the extra prints, and there's a lot of them, are probably the kind of thing that many spider legs would make in the snow. And whatever's in that cart was quite heavy because the cart is definitely it's a two-wheel cart, which is interesting, but it does have some pretty good ruts going on in the snow there. And as I mentioned, the wood itself is belly.
Just a refresher. Now, the Wave Echo mine had a special substance they used to forge with, but there was an actual anvil here, a magic anvil or something.
The Forge of Spells.
So the Forge of Spells, and there's also this special metal. And
right. But the Forge of Spells something that would be portable?
You don't know exactly what the nature of the Forge of Spells is.
Okay.
So you don't know.
That's what I wanted to know. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Excellent. But good theorizing. John, take a point of inspiration. Okay.
I will, Seppi.
Moving on. Wow. He's not there. Moving on.
I don't understand where this bear came from. This intellectual came from. I like this one who's interested in the actual fabric of what is going on. I thought we were just killing things.
My cunning is beyond your reason.
Yeah, I don't understand. Inconsistency. I want to take his inspiration for his inconsistent role play.
Actually, I will say it's very consistent. He's normally a wolf. He can't say anything, or a spider. This is the first time he's able to talk to a dwarf.
Oh, this is his internal passive-aggressive monologue. Got it.
Just go back and listen to all of it. You'll see it's all consistent.
Okay. Carla,
it's all on tape. I don't even have to argue it.
Did you share the information you gained, John?
Yes. To speed things up, yes, I did. I won't rope it.
Wow, that was an amazing amount of information you could gain from doing tracking. I didn't know that at all.
Go on, eat your heart out.
My mind is blown. So Calic, being from the 10 Towns area, is very familiar with all types of snow, and is really trying to perceive this frost and snow to see if I notice anything particular about it. Maybe where it's from, the season, the time of year it would be from. Because I'm trying to think. Are we moving into a portal in another realm? Is a snowstorm going on? Is there just a frost attack that's occurring? And I didn't see the blue fist, correct?
You did not, but that is also an excellent question. So first of all, as you know, in the 10 towns, they've identified no less than 33 types of snow. So it's a pretty well understood phenomenon that snow comes in many shapes, forms, flavors, and temperatures. Now, looking out there, why don't you go ahead and make actually, I'm going to call this an investigation check.
Oh.
I will also take history check. Either of those, and it will have advantage.
All right.
So I'll explain why that is in a minute.
What about nature? Are you better at nature?
No, probably not. With my bardic knowledge, I have, and I'm a supreme bard. Would be good. So I'm very good at history. So here we go.
History would be good. Yeah, history works.
5.
Oh, you got a 14 and a advantage, right?
Oh, I thought that was disadvantage. Oh, advantage, 14.
No, advantage. You have 14, and then what's your bonus? Nothing.
-1. Somebody hit him upside the head.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
But I'm so terrible at history. I think that I'm good. So
14's okay. As you look out, you notice there's some mountainy peaks off in the distance, and you're like, I know those mountains. We're near 10 Towns. I don't know exactly, but we're close. We're close. But it's colder than it should be this time of year right now. Feeling a little cold.
I will share that.
But you definitely feel like you're in that sort of that big open valley area of 10 Towns. You're somewhere near it because those peaks, you remember them well.
Okay, I'll tell the party, and I'm going to advance to there.
All right, nice, Karlik. All right, we're back up to let's see, Ulrich.
Where did everybody go? I saw the mage hop on a flying. I saw the mage flame out on a horse, grab Euphemia, and disappear that way. So I'm going to start heading that way. It takes me a double move to get to here, and I'm not sure if I can see anything. But I'm gonna look out.
You can see the whole party down there. Yeah.
Okay, I can see everybody down there. I'm gonna just use the rest of the time to check out this guy. Is he carrying anything? I'm looking for again. Did he have a weapon besides a bow or a shield or anything that was nice? I know he's got leathers on, but he's sounds like a kind of wussy guy.
Make an investigation check.
He knocked down Karlik with a morning star, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right.
He has a good morning star, but it's not like an exceptional morning star. It's not like. Give me an investigation check.
Yep. Ooh. I got a 0 with my.
Oh,
Joe. Yeah. Do you have a blue card right now?
I do.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I'll cancel that. There you go. There, can I put it?
Yeah, you
get that.
He looks like he's carrying nothing of value.
Okay. Can I get that out there? Can you take that?
I can take it.
I can't take it. I can steal a card.
How's that?
Done. Okay. There we got it. Thank you.
So that's a move.
All right.
That's my movement in action. That's all I can do in one round.
All right. So you guys have a pretty good understanding right now of what's going on. And there, as I mentioned, there are 2 stairways to the west. There's the open door into the freezing snow, and it's getting really cold. Like you're feeling like if you go out those doors, it's going to be frickin' cold without the right equipment and like frostbite level cold. So now I think instead of trying to go through each player, why don't you guys have a discussion? What does the party want to do next? What do you guys think the right course of action here? Given that there's a fight, it's frickin' cold out there. There's been some good investigation. You have good information. What do you guys want to do?
All right. Is this like a matter of moments since the fight ended, or is this a matter of minutes since the fight ended?
It's probably been, there's been some blessing and spells and a few things, a little bit of investigation. Not long, but maybe like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. And I have a question too before the group. Do we hear the whoosh anymore?
No.
Yes, you do. You did still hear. Yeah, there was one whoosh in there amongst all this. The flickering seems to have stopped, although you feel a little uneasy still about the flickering. Like you feel like the flickering in you may still be a thing. It hasn't worn off.
Euphemia has good vision, right?
It's adequate. It's not anything spectacular.
She's nearsighted archer. Is that what we're talking about?
She has 20/20.
Well, it appears that they've taken something heavy, which I would imagine is the forge, anvil, spell forge, but we probably should confirm it since that's what we came for, right?
If somebody had a flying horse, they could probably fly over there and check it out.
People are uninterested. People are just want to stay down here and futz with things. So I got time.
Here's the other thing. I don't know about the rest of you, but some of you look pretty bad. I mean, you normally look pretty bad, but you look pretty beat up. So the other thing we could do is rest. And then if we rested long enough, I could actually cast a spell that tries to locate this thing.
Well, the other thing is that if that door going to the cold place, if we close it, it wouldn't be as cold. And if we do go through there, we have to have some way to protect ourselves from cold.
True. And I'm not sure we want to get involved in that scrap with the way we are right now.
Yeah. Does anybody have any way of protecting ourselves from cold? Because
I have a flaming horse.
You keep talking about cold and I'm not feeling it.
My dwarven long johns back at the Phandalin.
I asked Moody to go down.
What was the season in Phandalin?
It was like midsummer.
Season of death.
Right. So we're all dressed like it's midsummer.
Yes. You're not equipped for this.
We could see now if these whoever dragged this thing out into the cold, they must have been prepared to go in the cold themselves. So perhaps they left some gear behind. If they had excess gear from the guys we killed, maybe.
And these bugbears came from this direction, so I had to have something over there.
Pyric, why don't you zoom around on your new friend and investigate the rest of the dungeon while we rest?
Can I move my character down at the party rest?
Yes, you may, Joe. Go ahead and rejoin the party.
Pyric, we could zip around a little bit while they rest up.
Oh, I need to rest up too. I just thought we were in a moment of crisis that we were going to try to see what was going on, but I think that moment has passed.
So there's still a battle going on if you want to investigate it. I'm just not sure.
No, I know I'm a coward. I would just wanted to peek and see, but we have this habit of like half of us doing one thing, like zooming along and bringing back, and others going a different direction. And I thought I'd be part of the solution, not the problem.
Part of the zooming.
So first time for everything, huh, Pierrick? All right.
Well, we're all standing around.
Is that really the case?
Now trying to figure it out. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I'm only saying
that's interesting that you'd say that, Ulrich, but it's fine. We can. You betcha. Let's just go with what you said there.
Hug it up. Hug it in.
Bring it
in. So do we feel comfortable taking a long rest here or a rest of any type?
How do these doors look? Well, we could go up the stairs and see if there's a safer place to rest. What are these doors? Do they look closable? Like, are they super heavy or?
They look heavy, but they look closable. Like they look like they're pretty.
And they have a bar. Is there a bar or anything on the inside?
There actually is a bar on your side, and the bar is lying on the ground to the left of the door.
All right, Carlick, you've got some muscles. Why don't you help me drop this bar?
Can do.
Unless somebody is against us closing this door.
Yeah.
Oh, but I am thinking.
I'm looking at you, Pirate.
I am tired of being interrupted and overridden. I am just going to let whatever happen. Exactly. My point.
I am thinking, Throlric, after you shut the doors, I don't think we should rest here since it's kind of open and exposed. I'm thinking down the hallway and around the corner was a pretty good room.
It's a terrible idea to close that door.
Why?
Because he's your brother.
Good.
All right.
Do I need an excuse? And we have no idea what is down this passage. Pardon me, I don't have an arrow. What's down this way? What's down this way? Or what's down this way?
Correct.
How deep is the stream anyway?
As you move, the stream is about 3 feet deep. It's not super deep, but it's annoying enough. For a dwarf, it's pretty deep. To your right there, up here, there is another path going somewhere up to the right here, as you found as you move north. And then, of course, there's those 2 stairways I mentioned earlier. So there's actually 5 exits from this chasm room. There's the way you came in. There's that one up in the upper right-hand corner. There's the 2 on the left-hand side, and there's the one on the north, the double doors in snow.
So I say we at least search this place out, make sure it's safe before we camp out here. At least look around the corners. And in order to do that, we should have somebody stealthy, like Pierre. No, like
there's another whoosh. Another whooshing noise, like waves rushing in to a beach, and it's coming from right. It's very loud now, right? That pass in the upper right-hand corner there.
So I say we look this way first.
Do we have to climb up there?
You would have to climb up. It's another.
Right. So is it all right if Carlick and I close this door?
Yes. So you're going to close the door and bar it, right? So you're closing and barring.
Correct.
Got it. Closed and barred.
I'm going to climb up here where they're barring that, Russ.
Was there anything like magical?
While you're up there, John, who's up there? Carlick, and who else is with you?
It's just Carlick and I, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Yeah. When you're up there and close the door, you get a really good view out of the doors. And you realize the doors are recessed inside of a cave. So if you were outside, it would look like it was a cave entrance. And looking out of the cave entrance, you get a better view. And I'm going to show you both the view you get as you start to push the doors closed. This may change your mind if you want to, but I'm just going to tell you what the view you have. So I'm going to move both 2 of the players here to this view. If I can get the view set up properly here. Here we go. So what you see is, let me see if I can do this right, because I know I can split players like this. So let's see, Thalric, we'll put you there, and Carlick, right? We'll put you there. So you guys seeing a big screen of white?
Yes. Very big screen of white.
Zoom out. Zoom way out. You zoom way out, you'll see what you see in this situation.
Oh, look at that.
See, outside of the cave, there's an icy like water, frozen over water on two sides of like a path leading out of the cave. Now, across the icy water, you see this big white and blue creature fighting in the midst of combat with the remains of 4 giant spiders. So there's 2 giant spiders left fighting this thing. 2 other giant spiders are already on their back, dead. Now, coming out of the cave, you see the tracks from the wagon. And in the distance, Karlik and Falric, give me a perception check.
Dice don't fail you now.
Use an inspiration
if you want.
At 20, baby.
20 from somebody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's the reason I like them.
You can.
I was so close to it, too.
Here's your new card. You can use that new card or keep your old.
Yeah, so I got a 26 and Karlik got a 20.
Nice. So you both get a good.
I'll keep the card. Actually, you know what? I'll trade that in for. Let me get rid of this card here.
All right, drag your one out there and trade it in. All right. So in the distance, there's this big. You really can assess this creature. So you can assess the creature, and you both get really good abilities to assess the card. Now the giant spiders look like your pretty typical giant spiders. What's interesting is the creature fighting the giant spiders is this big. Let's see if I can give you a picture of it here. The whole party will see it in a minute, just because it's
Hold visor.
So here we go. This is what it looks like.
He's Mr. Snow.
Big blue.
Oh, Jesus.
Blue troll with white hair. And again, you see it. Well, you have to come. You see it breathes this frost breath, and it literally, the one spider curled up. That's the one curling up right now, but he's get hit by this frost breath. He's got these like blue, almost like stony pieces just kind of coming out of his skin, and he's wearing some sort of like loincloth. But he's huge. He's the size of a small giant, maybe an ogre, and he's in the middle of fighting these spiders, and beyond him is the cart. Now, the cart is, what you can see from here, it is full of what looks like stacks and stacks of maybe like gold. No, they're not gold. It's more like, well, it's actually just the way the light was reflecting. It's actually like a bright, shiny black metal. And there's like stacks and stacks of them. Like there's like bricks of them just stacked up in this cart. And it's really weighing it down. It's having a hard time pulling through the snow. It's kind of like swerving back and forth, because it's just overloaded and the snow's deep. And it looks like there are 2 silver-haired, dark-skinned figures in the front of the cart, but they don't seem to be being affected by the cold. They're not really bundled in any way, but they don't seem to be being affected by it, nor are their horses seeming to be affected by it. And they're just sort of making their way. They're definitely having a bit of a struggle getting through the snow, but they're definitely getting through it. And that's what
all right. I'm gonna yell, and just to save time, I'm gonna kind of turn over my shoulder, and repeat all that you just said to. I said it looks like, and I'll say it. It looks like the spider is getting away with that with the metals, but I'll include all the other stuff.
For the fun of it, I'll let all the players. I just moved you over so you can all see the pictures. So I'll zoom out on this thing and see what I was just describing to Karlik and Falric. All right. So what would you guys like to do now? You're about to close the doors. Are you still guys going to finish?
I am not going to close my door. I can't speak for Karlik, but
yeah, no, Karlik is not going to close his door either. Thrall, do you think we could communicate with this troll? Maybe if we could just get around him, we could stop that cart. There's only 2 people. Like maybe we could do that. It might just want to eat the spiders.
I was thinking if we kill the spiders, it'll go after the cart.
That could work too. We're really good at making monsters want to eat stuff.
Right.
Usually
but we've already gone. Maybe we should go in turns again, since we did our turn, and see what the other people do.
I'll go back to the top. Shadeen, you haven't spoken in a while. What are you doing?
I'm just standing, but I can't really tell anymore because of the map. But
I'll move everybody back.
I was
to the
roughly
dungeon. We're back in the dungeon now.
behind the other two boys at the door, and I'm very intrigued by this concept of we kill the spiders that goes after the wagon. We communicate with the troll. I still don't understand why everybody seems so cold, but I ready another Eldritch Blast because it's all I've got to offer as my axe is still on the Fritz. Fritz was a childhood friend of mine. Fritz Fitzsimmons, his name was.
What's pulling that cart?
Well, lucky you picked on me.
Pair of horses.
We are men of action. Let us handle this. I don't know. I moved myself to the door. I'm going to move past them. Can I move myself past them?
Are you going outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just move your figure here. So I'm going to take Ulrich. Making sure I got the right guy. Yeah, Ulrich. And Ulrich, I'm going to move you outside. Right. I'm in the right spot on the map here. There we go. And Joe, I'll move you over to the other map.
Perfect.
And you should see yourself now on the map in the cave. And it is really cold, Joe. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
I never fail these. And I always say that right before I fail them. 12.
12. You're okay at the moment.
Oh, I never fail them.
All right.
Now I pull out. I did one move. I pull up my handy dandy crossbow, which I never normally use, and it's got a short range of 100 feet. That is a good news with that. I'm then going to.
So the spiders are in range, but the card is not.
The card is not. So I'm going to, and I'm assuming I moved like 25 feet. So I'm going to hit this spider right here with a crossbow bolt of doom. That's what I've called it.
All right.
Yep. Crossbow. Go, 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 go. Normal roll. 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, look at that, huh? Okay. And that is going to be a D10. Actually, I should be able to do this here, right? It's a D8. It's supposed to be a D10. I'm sorry. Let me roll that. D10.
You can get a 1 on a D10.
You can. Or you get a 10 on a D10.
Wow.
Yeah. So I hit that spider for 10.
Home.
That's right, baby. Don't mess with the dwarf with a crossbow.
Clearly, we have a target and we're in combat. So the Eldritch Blast I've been holding, I'm going to shrug and shoot it at the same spider.
Yes, but I don't think you can. You got to get to the doorway to see the spider.
I'm looking between these two. I can't see.
Are you at the doorway?
I'm between the dwarf and the minotaur. Like I'm looking over their shoulders.
Well, you got to step outside to be able to see him because it kind of.
Oh, then I can't see.
Outside. So,
this doorway is mystically blocking my view.
Yeah, it's got sort of a weird slope to the hill. It's hard to describe. Okay, so it's called logistics of a map. Okay, so Joe, I need you to roll initiative, and people who come out of the doorway will roll initiative also to add themselves to the tracker, and that way we'll keep things in control here. How'd you do there, Joe?
You put me on 8, and if you want to put me 8.11, if there's another 8.
I don't know if there's another 8, but I'll add you to the turn tracker here. In trouble with the turn tracker. It's giving me. There we go. Add turn. You said you got an 8, so 8.11.
Ooh,
yes.
Ouch.
All right, nice. And Steen's in there with a 10. Everybody else just roll initiative 2 out here. But people.
Don't forget to click on a token.
Put all the metal.
Well, let me click on a token. That's what.
Go off, Karlik.
I got it now.
We got some lovely kitty right here.
Oh,
I got a rock.
Nice. Okay. So, all right. So let's see. Who's not on the initiative tracker? Did everybody make it on there? Oh, Ulrich's got a 26. Nice. Okay. So
awesome, because my die looked like it rolled a 1.
Ulrich's not on there.
Because Ulrich just went.
Ulrich's on there. I'm on a different. I'm outside, so I'm on a different tracker.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't see him. It's on your map. So we're going to go. I'm just going to start with Ulrich because he was the one who went first. So Pyric, you got a 3, but you're after Ulrich. So Pyric, what do you want to do? You see Ulrich walk out into
still
the
with
snow
me?
and you hear a crossbow.
Okay.
I'm still with you.
I kick up my cloak so that she could sneak under it, so she could hide in the my cloak while under the horse. And then we're going to go out. We're going to zoom outside. And I'm like, and I shout back to her, our target is the horses. 1, 2.
He hates
3.
horses.
Oh, no, I love them. I want their souls. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gets me to the door. I've got 9 more movement.
All right. Move you outside.
Keep me warm with that horse, would you?
No, just Euphemia.
Okay.
And we're flying. We're flying.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, Pyric, I'm going to move you outside here.
With Euphemia and my horse. And I have 9 more movement.
Outside.
Little baby horse.
So keep on moving that horse. See it?
Yep. It's tiny baby horse. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 gets us here. How far is that from the cart, Euphemia? Could you kill one of the horses from here?
I'm zooming the map.
Sneak attack is a problem.
I don't see any square. Well, let me try the measuring tool.
There are squares. It's hard to see because it's white, but you can use the measuring tool. I fixed the horse so he's large now. He's a large creature.
Okay. So who's that? Joe, are you measuring it?
Yeah, this is from you.
What distance does he have to need to sneak attack one of those horses?
It's short range, but I forget what's a bow short range.
It's pretty good. It's like 120 feet, I think.
Okay, let me just double check. It is a short bow, right? And so a short bow is 80 feet. So boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I looked up short sword.
Yeah, so you can get any of these guys. You're just about 85 feet. You're 5 feet away from these two guys from the horses and the hitting the horse in the butt. So you're
we need
5
one
feet
more
away.
square, and I'll be within short range.
Right.
Okay, so we need this extra short range.
That's just for sneak attack. I can hit 320 foot range. I don't know if there's an
No, you need to kill this horse. All right, we're gonna
long range. You get disadvantage though.
Yeah.
Yes, disadvantage to hit.
We are gonna. You said 60 feet's good.
80 feet.
80 feet.
Right there's good. Right there's fine.
That seems great.
You want to go 5 feet closer to him right now.
That is a fast horse, man.
It is. It flies very fast.
That's good. That's plenty. That's plenty right there.
Is that plenty?
Debbie, take a point of inspiration for choosing to use the nightmare.
No, you got to go 5 more feet. He wants me to hit.
That's
Okay,
good. That's good. That's good.
He wants me to hit the horse.
There you go. Yeah, kill that horse.
Now you got it.
There you go. Use advantage if you have to. If you don't have, I think I have extra inspiration.
Hang on.
If you don't. Okay.
I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw because it is freaking cold out here. The DC on this saving throw is now a 15 because you are on a horse traveling at very high speed in windy sub-zero conditions.
It is a flying horse that is on fire.
That's true. It is on fire, but sadly its skin's not on fire, which is probably good in the long run.
I got
any super spells or any cantrips to keep cantrips of warmth or anything?
I maybe
over here by the cave there is.
Big B's magic hut, doesn't that produce warmth or something?
I could firebolt us.
It's Lehman. You need Lehman's tiny hut.
That's what it is. Lehman's tiny.
I need Lehman's tiny hat. I have no spells. This is pretty much our last ditch effort. My plan is to, I tell this to Euphemia, we kill the horses, we go back inside, we let the troll figure it out. If they can't move the ore without the horses, all we have to do is kill the horses. The troll will take care of the rest.
Okay, quick update. So you both failed. You both did not get a 15 right on your constitution.
That's right. Yep.
Correct.
So you both take a point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Ooh, exhaustion.
I like using the exhaustion mechanic for bad environmental conditions. So the first point of exhaustion you get, okay, and points of exhaustion build, okay? So the first point of exhaustion you get, there are 6 levels to exhaustion. So for those who aren't familiar with the exhaustion mechanic, it is absolutely one of my favorite mechanics in 5th edition because it fixes one of the most broken parts of D&D, which is unless you're taking hit points damage, you never really get tired, you know. So what happens here is if you fail your constitution saving throws in really cold conditions, your exhaustion levels are going to increase. You are level 1 exhaustion now. It means you have disadvantage on all ability checks. Good, because it's not the hit, and it's not, you know, it's just abilities. When you take a 2nd level of exhaustion, your speed will be halved. When you take a 3rd level of exhaustion, you will then gain, by the way, everything stacks. So you have disadvantage on ability checks, your speed gets halved. At the 3rd level of exhaustion, you will have a disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws. On your 4th level exhaustion, your max hit points are halved. On your 5th level of exhaustion, your speed is reduced to 0 and you're basically freezing to death. And on your 6th level of exhaustion, you die.
Wow.
No death saves, you die.
Now,
right?
the good news,
So
that does
do
take
not
26 seconds to happen, 24 seconds to happen.
Okay.
Now,
is Moody affected by the cold?
Moody
only has
Moody,
resistance
because
to
he is
fire.
a creature of, so Moody will also become affected by the cold eventually, but because he's on fire, I'm going to give Moody an extra round. He only takes once every 2 rounds.
Okay.
And you gain back your exhaustion by long rest, but a long rest only recovers 1 level of exhaustion.
Holy crap.
If you get really exhausted, it can take days to recover. So if you get frostbite all over your body and you nearly freeze to death, you're going to be needing to sit by the fire for days, just like every hero in every movie when they have that really bad scene in that film. So just warning you now, you've literally gone out into sub-zero conditions wearing nothing but summer clothes on the back of a flying horse. It's freaking cold, and you both have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, back to you, Rafe. What are you doing?
All right. I say to Pyric, I with my teeth chattering, I'm like, I don't know how long I can withstand this.
Yeah, neither can I. Just shoot him.
And I also don't know that I can fell a horse in one shot, but
sure you can. I believe in you.
All right. So here's what I do. I slide off the rump of the horse, lean my shoulder up against the horse to get some stability because I've never shot really from horseback, so I don't want triple disadvantage. And I'm at disadvantage, Russ? Is that correct?
If you move your regular attack.
No, because of the level of exhaustion?
No.
It's disadvantage only for ability checks.
Only
So I put it in chat.
All right. Well, I've got my character thing up, so maybe I'm not seeing
Only
the chat.
it's just a regular
only
attack.
ability checks. An attack is not an ability check. So an ability check is like
You don't get disadvantage on attacks till 3rd level of exhaustion.
Okie doke. Then I'm going to sacrifice my
one
move.
other thing, Euphemia. If this changes your plan, at this range, you can tell a little more about these horses. These are draft horses. A pair of draft horses pulling a very heavy cart.
Yeah, you only have to kill 1.
I'll do my best. Okay. I will use my what's it called? Steady aim ability, which gives me advantage.
Yeah.
Looks like an 18 total.
18 total. That is a hit on a draft horse.
All right.
Full damage.
3d6. Rerolling ones I don't like. I'll reroll the 2. So that was 6, 3 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, and my bonus damage is 14.
All right. The horse I assume you're shooting the horse closer to you on the
Yes.
right hand side of the carriage. He is definitely bloodied, and the arrow strikes true right in his shoulder. And you see one of the dark elves, the one on the left, looks back toward you as he realizes an arrow just shafted into his horse. And the horse.
Does he expect a flying, flaming? There's winter, other stuff? Is there a chance that he does not see us?
Okay. Fair. Well, I don't know. I thought you were going to ask for him to be like so shocked and surprised he would miss a turn or something, because I feel like the odds of not seeing a flying horse with flaming hooves and a flaming mane in a jet black horse in an otherwise white environment seems low.
Well, that's if he was like looking at us. Like, look at our angle. Like, if something's back here in your blind spot, everybody who has ever watched an anime know that they don't know what they can't find that person for quite a while.
Can't you attack as well, Pierrick?
Russ, I also did my
horse twice.
Okay.
I also did my combo, which is steady aim, shoot, and then stealth, and I rolled a natural 20 and got a 28 to hide in the snow among the horse's tail. You know, do the halfling thing where you disappear in plain sight.
Well, you can't hide. You can't hide just in the open. You have to have
I know, but I was planning on there's snow or fog or, but if there's not that.
You're on the back of a horse flying. Yeah, there's nothing you can use here.
No, I slid off the horse. No. I'm not on the horse. I slid off the horse.
Are you jumping off the horse?
You can't. You'll die. I'm way up high.
Here's a phrase I haven't had to use this campaign, but here we go. Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I didn't know he was up high. Nobody said the height that he was at. So, no, I'm not going to slide off the horse to my death. But I don't shoot. What I said was, stop, everybody stop talking. What I said was, I've not shot before on horseback, so I slide off the rump of the horse. Obviously, I wouldn't do that if I'm 2-3 stories up. I just thought he was hovering above the ground. So Seppi makes the call. If he's way high up, then I shoot from the back of the horse. But Russ, I've never done that before, so I don't know if you want me to re-roll.
No, I'll allow that hit. But sorry, if you want to, it was less about the height of the horse and the fact that the horse is galloping at full speed.
Okay.
So hopping off of a full speed horse is risky. The other problem you have is that while on the horse, you can make it back to the cave in one round. If you are not on the horse, you cannot.
No, I got it. If he's up in the air, I'm not sliding off. Simple.
Yeah. No, it's not an air thing. It's not an air thing. It's simply a hopping on and off a super fast horse. I don't know how high you. Seppi, how high are you right now?
I assumed it was down from the entrance, so I'm probably out of reach of a troll. Like, I'm a good 30 feet up.
Feet in the air, yeah.
Okay, I'm a good 30 feet up.
So he is high. That also adds to the problem. So yeah.
All right. So I know I can't hide on the rump of the horse. Yeah, I got you.
Got it. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. Also, I would not allow you to hide on a frozen lake either.
Unless you dive in under the ice.
Yeah, that would be risky, but sure. All right. So, Pyric, nice move. Euphemia, you shot from the back of a horse there.
Yeah, bloodied horse.
Giant spiders are going. They are fighting the troll still. The troll is gurring back. John, Thalric, what are you going to do?
I'll go back outside the cave if you want to. Now, when we were in the cave entrance, were we still suffering from the potential frostbite death?
No, it's not. It's cold in the cave entrance, but it's not bitter cold there. But it's definitely getting. And you get the sense that the rooms near the door will become unbearable in a little while.
Move me into the cave, then, my player there.
Move him just behind his brother because his brother's awesome.
That's right. Yeah, move me just because I'd rather my brother get hit.
Put him in front.
So we're grabbing the other dwarf. Right. And we're going over here, and we're going to drop you in here. All right. Okay.
Oh, look how small he is.
Put you next to the dwarf. There you go. Okay. What are you going to do?
I'm not seeing the new map yet. I don't know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't move you over to the map. Okay. Here we go. You're in.
All right, I gotta figure out where I am again here.
Right here, Mighty Whitey. There you go. All right.
I can't find this on the map. There we go. All right. All right. I will step up next to Ulrich.
Oh, gross.
We'll tap Thistleback on the ground, which is the staff, and I will cast Speak with Animals. And then I will shout out across the frozen wasteland to my horsey friends.
Yeah.
Preferably be the one we haven't shot in the face. And
in the face? How did we shoot it in the face?
I will neigh and whinny to the horse, trying to implore it to return to the cave. I don't know. Are they wearing any type of protection from the cold themselves? These draft.
No, that's the weird thing. The
we need this. What I'm getting is we need this wagon of warmth. So anyway, I'm going to try to convince him to return to the cave where they can get plenty of food and get away from the troll before it eats them.
Can I take a moment to cheer for John's role-playing solution to this? I love this so much, John. I want you to succeed in such a massive
I'm going
way.
to use. I don't know if you want me to use. Is this an animal handling check?
I'll give you animal handling.
All right, I'm going to use my inspiration.
I kind of want to give you disadvantage for distance and the fact that one of them just got shot.
Well, that's fine. I'll use my inspiration to balance it out.
All right, fair enough.
If you want to give me disadvantage for that.
It's very far away, so I think that's.
Yeah, well, it's not that far.
100 yards, dude. 100 feet.
100 feet. 100 feet's a third of a football field. That's nothing.
I'm just saying, it's a long bow shot. Never mind a shout.
The opposite of horse whisperer. You're like horse hollerer.
You're like horse hollerer.
Are we okay? Are you okay with the with if I use inspiration and it's still a straight up roll?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go.
Do you have any cards to use? Does anybody have any cards?
Oh, I do. I did switch. I can use my card after the fact. I think. Let me double check.
Most of them are afterwards. Yeah.
Following time for benefit. What?
Before you roll, you got to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you're going to have any problems with ability check.
You said I didn't have any problem inside the cave.
Oh, right in the opening. Yeah, okay, that's right.
I just asked that.
Do we have to roll at the beginning or the end of our turn? Would be the question, really.
All right. Well, let me roll it. I'll roll this, and I will be prepared to throw my 1d8 on top of it with my new card.
Fair enough.
That's a 21, baby. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna throw the 1d8 on it anyway.
John, you're the best.
I like it. I love
it, John.
Oh, that wasn't so awesome. But that's all right.
So
22.
Another one.
22. And then I will give you my card once I figure out how to do that.
Really
all
good.
right. The card is on the table. And so 22 on my convincing the both of them, but probably a better chance of because I'm speaking in horse. And unless these drow and understand horse, they don't know what I'm saying anyway. So I got speak with animal rocking, and that's my turn, basically.
All right. So you do some kind of really loud sort of like, but it can only be described as a horse yodel of some kind.
That's right.
And we're going to find out what happens in a second because it's not the horse's turn yet, but their ears both prick up and turn right towards you. It is now another giant spider's turn who also strikes out at the troll.
I was imitating Shadowfax.
So the spider rolls a natural one and slips on the ice. The spiders do seem to be having trouble in the cold, by the way. They seem to be getting slow, and insects don't like the cold very much. And the spiders, particularly you, John, you notice the spiders seem to be starting to move slower than they should be.
These aren't cold spiders.
Harlech, you're up. You're inside the Wayback Cave still.
All right, so Kallik is going to advance outside.
I'll move you outside here.
Yep. I'm going to measure some distance here.
Move you outside here. I'm going to drop you out here. So yeah, we're going to say that inside the shadow of the cave, I meant just inside the cave itself. I meant inside the Wayback Cave, but inside the shadow of the cave, you don't have to make any saves. So, Karlik, you're there now. Let me move your player so you can see what's going on. Where is Doc? Here is Doc. Okay, moving in. Okay, Doc, you should see now all the snow. And if you zoom out and zoom into the right spot, you should be able to find yourself.
Oh, gotcha.
In the cave.
Oh, there I am. Yep. All righty. Okay. Distance from me to the spiders. How far? I'm terrible at measuring things.
80 feet,
Oh,
85 feet to the
nice,
closest
sweet.
one.
Okay. Calic is going to pull his lucky cricket out of his pocket, wing it into the frigid air, and cast a sleep spell on the spiders. Make it real easy for our troll friend.
All right, go for it.
All right. Since your horse yodeling went so well, I was thinking about trying to put them to sleep, but no need. I'm going to cast this at level 2, so it's going to be 8x8. Ooh, 26.
26. Ooh, that's nice. The closer giant spider does fall asleep.
All right, I'm satisfied with that. Oh, let's see.
He'll be frozen to death before he wakes up.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
He's not kind of wake up from that.
So we've got to run and grab that cart, right? Oh my gosh.
No, we don't. We just need the cart not to go anywhere.
Right.
What we need to do, we just need them not to have the metal. If the troll wants the metal, the troll can have the metal. What we need is the forces of darkness not to be weaponized with magical weapons.
Since Pyrrhic is probably like 180 feet up in the air, I'm going to ask the dwarf brothers, are we going to go get that wagon?
Nope. Not. I'm too cold.
Okay.
It's possible the wagon itself is creating heat, though. Look at those namby-pamby. I can say this because Pyrrhic's not here. Those namby-pamby elf people. They seem to be fine in there.
Hey, you guys forget that I'm from the Northern Temple.
You're from the north. That's why you're flying around out there with no problem.
No.
When the dwarf says, when the dwarf says, look at the cart, I need Harlech and Thalric to make and Ulrich to all make investigation checks.
Oh, hot diggity dog. Here we go. Would I have any advantage from, traveling with warm carts in the Tin Towns area? I got a 17.
No. 17's good.
All's good.
Yeah. So, so actually, Karluk and Ulrich, you notice that the cart's wheels, now that you look at it, the cart's wheels appear to be, as they're moving through the snow, it's not certain, but the wheels don't seem to be, snow's not sticking to the wheels. It's almost like melting off with the wheels passing through the snow.
Oh, John was right.
Weird.
Wow.
You're right.
Impressed. All right.
Ulrich, you know what you shouldn't do is run up and jump on the cart.
Can I roll Calic's Constitution to see how I do for the cold?
As long as you're in the cave shadow, you're okay. As soon as you leave the shadow of that cave.
All right. I'm going to take 1 5-foot step forward and make my save.
There it is. Make the Constitution saving throw there, Carly.
All right. Here we go.
It's like we're having frozen steaks tonight.
14.
Okay at the moment.
I'm going to look for frozen mushrooms.
All right. Okay. So the cart starts to turn around. It actually stops and pivots. And I got to fix my little stuff inside the cart. Let's see how I do this. Everything's not connected. And the horses are confused and they lose their movement turn as the horses start to move back a little bit. Here's the interesting thing. Both of these dark elves look the same. Same facial features, same clothing, same everything. Okay?
It's the black spider
and
his brother.
And one of them, only one of them though, starts to talk and whinny at the horses, not as loud, but in a very similar manner as we just saw Thalric do.
He's got to do is beat a 22.
He's making an animal handling check right now. Let's see if he beats your animal handling check.
Oh,
he's talking mule.
Not 5.
Come to Papa.
John, make a perception check. Make an investigation check, John.
Suck at investigate. How about insight?
Insight's good. I'll on insight.
Oh,
Oh no!
It is cold out here.
Hey, can I have a red card? Because I like those.
Yeah, you got a red card there. Yeah, more.
Wow.
Card, John. It's near the card.
Blue on a stick, John.
Could have used that on other things, I guess.
And the sidekick here. The sidekick's like, the sidekick says, looks around in surprise, and actually he is stunned. He actually sees the flying horse with the halfling and the half elf on it, and he's just like shocked and stunned to look up at this flying horse going around there. All right, Euphemia, what are you gonna do?
Well, John succeeded in the talking of the horse, so I'm going to talk to Pyro.
Starting to come back. Actually, because the guy failed, it's going to move closer to John. It actually starts to go back towards the druid, and it's getting near the spiders, but they seem to be cool with that. They get to there, so they're starting to come back.
I talked to Pyric. Say, Pyric, do we fly back or do we take out a spider?
Shoot a spider. I'm going back in.
Okay, shooting spider.
Not the sleepy one.
The spider, the sleeping spider, appears more wounded than the non-sleeping spider. The one spider is sleeping and one spider is not sleeping.
So I'm going to rule that I can't use my steady aim, right? Because the horse is flying all around.
It seems like it'd be difficult to do that. I don't know if the rules are specifically forbidden, but it does seem unlikely.
12 total.
Unfortunately, it deflects off the chitinous armor of the spider.
Well, that reminds me. I've got to roll for 2 arrows. This is for arrows to see if I lost them or not. That's all I can do. All right, lost 1.
All right, lost 1 arrow. All right, Shadeen, you're inside. There's a party going on outside. What are you doing?
And this weird temperature thing. So 1, 2, I'm outside. Oh, there's nothing here. It's all an illusion. It's a dead end. I shall now do a jig while I wait to be teleported to the big winter field. Okay, here we go.
All right, Shadeen.
Oh, now I'm all disoriented. As south is north and north is south. And
there you go. So Shadeen, you're on the map. What would you like to do? Shadeen, you're standing there, and it's cold. It's apparently looking at some of these people, they look like it's really cold out here. And you're like, whatever, it's like a spring day.
Yeah, I don't get it. Okay, so I am going to shoot at that spider right there.
Now that spider is sleeping currently.
It's sleeping?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I couldn't watch. Okay, so I'll shoot at that one. Both of them are well within range of the handy dandy Eldritch Blast. I still have my Shadow Axe that's spitting and shimmering and
Sparking.
Seems to be like there's dark sparks flying off it, and I'm really bent out of shape. But there you go. Okay, here we go.
You're not bitter.
17.
17 is a hit.
Okay. Take that, spider. And this plus 4. 7.
Right. He is hit, but not bloodied yet.
Welcome to the party, Spalpeen.
Okay.
Is that how it's done, boys? Back in the sunlight. It's so warm out here. You guys are right.
Ulrich, you're up.
Well, I am looking at these guys, and they are just 5 feet out of range, but he's not. So the second spider who I've shot at, I'm going to take another crossbow bolt. I will hit him shoot at him with that. And let's see what I can get. I too use a steady aim and miss. No, that didn't work out.
You do miss. Deflects off his chitinous hide.
Okay, and I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, just closer to the cave edge, because I don't want to make a save. So there.
Probably smart.
All right.
All right, trying to take advantage of that cave.
Whatever
You
warmth
feel
I'm
like-
getting from the cave.
Yep, it's starting to get lower, but this is very fast, so it's not that bad. Okay. Pyric, it's cold up here on the back of this horse. What do you want to do?
When do I have to make the saving throw? At the end of the round?
I'm doing it takes a little while, so every other round.
Okay. But it'd be at the beginning of next round. Is it at the beginning or the end of rounds, Russ?
Beginning.
Okay. Can I shoot a flaming bolt at the spider and command Moody to go back in the cave?
Sure. Yeah. I think the animal orders are like an action, so I don't think you can. I think it'd be one or the other.
Okay.
But if you were riding a normal horse, let's see. Let's do this. Why don't you make an animal handling check there, Moody?
Can I use arcane because? Can I use arcane because
yes,
he's
use
Moody?
arcane. Yeah, arcane's fair. So you basically got it to the point where you're like riding a regular horse. You can ride a regular horse and do other things. So you've got that going on. I think you're okay.
All right, let's
so
make
try that.
Let's make an arcane check then. Let us do this, Moody. Let us. This is the first time I've called you to an action. I've called you into action, my sweet steed, the soul of my poor horse that was fireballed by the Hobgoblin Academy of Dark Arts. Your soul has now been rekindled in this figurine, and we will now see what you may do for the forces of light and properness. What did I get?
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, you can do it. You can while you're on the horse, you can control the horse and cast spells.
All right. Basically, I just want to shoot with the firebolt the spider that is up, and then take Euphemia out of the cold. Because though I've had a change of heart in a lot of directions, Euphemia's protection is still a priority for me. And I cannot freeze her to death. That would be sad. Okay. Character. These so many buttons and firebolts.
Fireball.
So 13. Do I get an advantage for shooting down?
No.
Okay.
13 will not hit, so it deflects off the spiders.
I think it's a 13.
All right. Yeah,
13.
It's a 14 armor class, yeah. 15?
Okay.
You can't hit the broadside of a spider.
Yeah, he's hard. He's a tough spider. All right, where are you heading now? You heading back to the cave?
Yeah, I'll head back to the cave. So you take Euphemia out of danger. Now that I have two people, the horses are going in the correct direction. We are all engaged with the theft of this metal. I feel like everything is going in the correct direction. So now it's time for me to get to the back of the party yet again.
So 90 feet, though, only gets you to not back inside the cave, right?
Right. It's where I'm pointing to.
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and move yourself back 90 feet, and then next turn you'll be making those saving throws, unless at the end of your turn. So if you get inside the next turn, you'll be okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's what we'll do.
All right. So let's move the horse. 90 about here. I thought it was about there. All right. Okay. It is now time for the sleeping giant spider who is still asleep. And then it is Thalric's turn. Thalric, what are you going to do?
Oh, okay. I don't see myself on the turner, but that's fine. All right. I'm going to continue to encourage these horses using my horse language to bring it on in. Then range. 90 feet, eh?
95 feet from you to the horses' heads.
Yeah.
105 feet to the guys.
Can you somehow delay and wait till they get closer?
Yeah, I'm just gonna you know what I'll do? I will delay an action, magic stone. So I'm holding the spell for magic stone, and if they get within 60 feet, I will pebble a drow upside the head. I can actually, with that spell, I can actually cast it and then hold the throw. So it's already cast. So it's a weird spell. But so anyway, so I've got 3 river stones ready, and I've got 1 ready to throw. So that's my turn, Russ. I'm good.
Okay.
I've just got a ready to action to throw a stone. If they get within range, the drow.
Okay. So, great. So it's now this giant spider's turn. And this giant spider does a sort of a strange thing. It disengages, it's doing a disengage action. So it disengages from the troll, and it goes to the back of the cart.
Where it's warm.
Okay. And the troll gets to go. And the troll is going to make an intelligence check.
Yeah, troll.
Oh, wow.
A smart
the troll
one.
does a surprisingly good intelligence check. Troll. And it decides,
Realizes that if he kills the drivers, he gets all the food.
Well,
Or kills the
he was
spider, then the
Well,
card is out of
he wasn't
action.
Smart. If he wasn't smart, he was going to kill the sleeping spider. But he's smart because after the awake spider.
That's a good troll. Get him, Trolley.
Oh, look at that.
And he rolls the hit. And the spider, the troll, he's also got to check to see if his breath recharges. So he's going to do that real quick. Nope. But instead, then he will just claw. So he makes 2 claw attacks at the spider. Both of them hit.
Oh yeah, that spider's gonna feel that.
These claw attacks, I mean, they bite deep. So the first one's gonna do yeah, and then the second one's gonna do another. Oop, the spiders left. All right, spider. I'll move over there a second. No, the spider did not make it. Troll just claws the spider, rips it in half, and now there is another great decorative dead spider right back there.
Yay, smart troll!
The troll crushes it easily and roars a roar of excitement and victory, and it looks up around, taking in the situation, and it is now Karlik's turn.
Karlik!
You're on mute, Karlik.
Range, the closest drow is
75.
75. Alrighty. So Karlik is going to advance 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to cast. Wait, I'm assuming they're wearing chainmail?
Let's see what they're wearing.
Oh, heat metal. Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
They're wearing studded matching suits of studded leather.
That'll work. Those studs are going to heat right up.
Our studs.
Right. So I'm going to cast heat metal on that the drow to the left on his studded leather, and then yell out, "Come get some!" And then I'm going to advance backwards 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. All right, there we go.
What does heat metal do in this situation?
It'll
Kills
do.
you.
I'll throw it in the chat box. So
One
Karlik
shot
is
you.
thinking
Yeah.
Oh,
that
it's nasty.
especially since my hometown was raided by bugbears, this has got to be part of what happened to my family, I'm thinking. So I don't want to let these guys escape.
So when you first cast the spell, they take 2d8 fire damage. So yeah, because so do 2d8 to the guy right now.
Boom.
You can touch it? No, range is 60. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. 11 damage.
Ow. So his studs start to glow red hot. And the irony of this freezing temperature being burned is not lost on the drought. Okay. Like anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Next round will be odd rounds again, so everybody's going to be making those frostbite checks here. Okay, it is the cart's turn. The horses. Let's do this. He's going to try to make another animal handling check, which is actually taking his whole time. He's like trying to whip these horses. Actually, no. We had a plan. He had an escape plan. He looks back at his spider, and it looks for all the world like he's going to leap onto the spider. And as he's about to do this, the troll runs over and just crushes the spider. And so that plan's gone. So instead, he let's see if he's got any options here besides animal handling, because he feels like his horses are lost to him. Let's see.
He is trying to out-talk a horse with a master druid, so he should know better.
Yeah,
That's a euphemism, clearly.
Here. Yeah. He casts. He casts a spell, and he disappears.
Disappears?
Oh no!
And the guy in the seat next to him looks very alarmed at this situation.
Do any snow prints appear in the snow?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, footprints, not snow prints.
That's a great question. Meanwhile, the carriage. So make a I think it would be a perception check for everybody here. Who's watching this situation?
We have disadvantage now. Oh, I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Anybody who's got exhaustion.
Yeah, I didn't do well either. So
I got a 14.
I got a 12.
Yeah, I got a 12 also.
Right.
Hey,
Carlick got a 19.
Oh, Carlick. I got
and Euphemia got a 17.
No, I got a 4 because I have.
You have disadvantage, right. So Carlick's our best. Carlick's our best hope.
Carlick, you did really well. So you see the following, right? To the right of the cart, there is a body shape sort of pops into the snow, and then like a handspring sort of things, and then all of a sudden footprints start to run this way. You see me drawing this?
Yeah, awesome.
Do.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
nice
Point
job.
that out.
So there you go. So there's some movement going on there. It's
He's
probably
getting
nothing.
away.
Probably just a rabbit.
Let's hope the troll sees the footprints.
Probably just a rabbit. All right, and back to we got time for the end of the round here. Euphemia, what are you going to do?
I'm just hanging out with Pyric to go back and get warm. I figure the horses seem to be coming back.
You shoot your bow.
Shoot the invisible guy.
Shoot the visible guy.
Well, she didn't see the footprints, so
I don't see the footprints.
But she could. Is the one
Like
is the drow the one on the cart the one you heated up?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You could always shoot that guy.
All right, I'll give that guy a shot.
A literal shot.
Shot through the heart, and you're too.
16.
16's a hit.
Nice job.
It's just a regular D6, though. Nothing fancy.
+4.
I could re-roll it, but I will take it. 7 points.
7 points. All right. That looks like it hurt. He is not bloodied, but he's definitely not pleased about this. Okay, and that is your turn there, Euphemia. Shadeen, what are you going to do? Oh, Euphemia, I think that was the end of your second round, right? So I need you to make.
Oh yeah, I got to take a con check.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh, 5. Euphemia, you take a second point of exhaustion. You now have 2 points of exhaustion.
That means you have you're moving half speed, Euphemia.
Okay.
You move at half speed and you have disadvantage on skill check.
Yeah, it's bad. We're not doing this again.
It's not an exhaustion tracker. That's a miss.
The horses are coming back.
I threw it in the discussion channel, Russ.
Yeah.
No, he's saying a tracker.
No, I mean on the character sheet. Like there's a.
Oh no, there is no. Yeah, you could make one, but yeah,
you could make one. Yeah.
You can put levels of exhaustion, like if you're not using your 2 trackers.
Like for arrows.
You can also add a tracker too.
I'm going to write a sticky note. 2 levels of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
At the end.
All right.
Oh, she needs
I'll make a
one.
note here too. All right,
Horsey,
Shadeen,
come to
what
us,
are you going to do,
Horsey.
buddy?
I'm stepping out into the warm, balmy sunlight.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the feeling of that warm sun on my face. And I'm going to launch an Eldritch Blast at this guy's forehead.
This guy's face.
13.
That is a hit. No, I'm sorry. It's a miss. It's a miss.
What?
He's a 14. Sorry.
You can't take it back.
Yeah, man.
He ducks just in time. All right. And it is Ulrich's turn.
Oh, you know it, baby. I'm going to, I immediately step up here next to, just in front of my brother, because I don't want to be, because I don't want to be.
All right, I'm taller than you. I can see over your head.
I pull out my crossbow and once again go, come to mama. And I get I think it's a 7. I rolled a 7 to hit. And I step
Are you
back.
sure you're proficient in that thing?
I don't even know what this thing is. It's some sort of range weapon I picked up.
You have to point it the other way, you bastard.
You see me shooting arrows off into the sunlight. Whee! And I step back into the warmth.
I think you're using that right.
I'm literally got my foot on the wrong part of it.
All right.
You're holding it so the bow goes this way.
Can't they load an axe into this thing? Why is it getting a little piece
The bolt keeps falling out.
We're going to end the round here. It's Pyric, and then the sleeping giant spider gets to go. Who will do much? Pyric, what are you going to do?
All right. I'm gonna look back where Cowlick is saying he's getting away, Fezzik, and I'm going to use a firebolt across that path, trying to create a flash of steam, so the invisible guy shows up, so the troll eats him.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That idea.
That is my goal. I'm using my destructive force for arcane reasons and trying to not so much hit him, but make the troll aware of his
Make him
presence.
go through the steam so he sees it. All right, fair enough. So go ahead and make an Arcana check here against his.
I'm going to use my inspiration for that.
I'm going to give you disadvantage. Yeah, so if you're going to use inspiration, you can wash the disadvantage because you don't know exactly where he is. So it's kind of a.
All right, let's try our best. That seems low.
Not great.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say
it's 11.
You make a little scorch. Yeah, you make a little scorch, but it doesn't really help you out there. The DC on that was a little bit above.
Okay, then I take me and
good
Euphemia inside.
All right. And I think that's a good place to pause for the evening. The giant spider continues to sleep. And we'll pick this up next time. Any last words before we wrap up tonight?
John MVP, you are the court whisperer, John. I love you.
That's right. It finally got something to work there.
I think it's today. So I got to throw a quote in there. The sky will not betray those who give them best of themselves. And I don't look at my brother when I say that.
And I say in horse, you're an ass.
Couldn't understand you.
Exactly.
Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@the d6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.